Hello to everyone. Hello to everyone. Yes, that is really, really great. We have great light. We have a lot of things behind. Yes. And in today's video, we will talk about PMS system. What is the benefits from the PMS system, plant maintenance system? The main benefit of this system is that you have a clear program. You have a clear program, a clear guide of what you have to do daily or weekly or let's say monthly, 3 monthly, 6 monthly, and yearly. So most of the jobs that you have to do, or let's say complete specific tasks, it can be also not a maintenance, it can be also check. It can be anything. Yes, it can be anything, but it's also separated, as we said, from the times. It's also separated by the task that you have to do. So some of the tasks is checking, is confirmation. Some other tasks it's maintenance, or some other task it's also a verification and can be also calibration as well. So if you learn a very, very good plant maintenance system, you will not forget it. And the most important thing is to know how to work it, how to properly close the jobs in the PMS system, that it gives a historical background of what has been performed on the, let's say, specific engine. That is really, really crucial because when you're making such a great, let's say, detailed description with all the findings, without hiding anything, the next engineers, because yes, the vessel have a lot of lifespan, let's say 10, 15 years, 20 years, they will have much clear view of what is the history of the machinery. It is the same thing when you purchase a car. It is the same thing when you are, let's say, buying a house. It is an asset, and as much as possible, you have a clear evidence that this is the things has done, and all the things have been checked with this and this. And when you provide also, uh, details, that is really, really fantastic. Hello, thank you. Bull's Eye Trading 98, 19. I can understand, yes, I can understand. It happens to everybody. The only things is the level of, let's say, uh, nervous you are. Let's say it can be low, it can be middle, or very high. It depends, yes. It depends. I can say that this is good thing to be nervous because that means that you are aware, you are willing to participate. That is also a really strong motivation to learn things. And as you know, we don't know all the things. I'm also now working with my company as support technically on another company, and sometimes also there is things that I don't know. But what I have to do, I open the Gemini and I use the AI. So the AI gives me some answers. It says, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm slowly checking these things because as I told, the more tools you have available in nowadays, you have also AI, the much easier you will able to find the problem and troubleshooting. It is also your experience, but it's also the available tools that you have. So what you have to do, it's basically as much as possible to expand the availability of the tools that you have. This is very, very important thing. So learn which tools you are able to fix for yourself, and you will able to use them in order to find, let's say, a direction, I will say better, not the solution directly, but the direction of how you will troubleshooting things. So I can say I have, yes, a lot of examples when we have, let's say, a recent one, and Anchor was not working. And yes, I said to the crew, please describe me all the things that you see. So the first thing that you have to do, you have to gather as much as possible details for the breakdown. And yes, this is basically your data, your input on the prompt that you will put. This is your data that you accumulate in order to support your, let's say, troubleshooting with evidences, which evidence you will use to work. Let's say you say to the guys on board, let's say, have you checked that? Have you checked this? Have you checked that for this and this reason? And run probabilities of the troubleshooting. For sure, some of them, it can be, let's say, familiar. Some of them, they are happen, let's say, once in the lifetime. Some of them happens and they disappear forever. So yes, the amount of problems, it's really, really huge. We cannot think everything of them. But the important thing that I have to tell you that if you are taking your PMS system in plan and you follow it, we cannot say you follow it, let's say 100%. You follow it, let's say, okay, as much as you can also with your knowledge, because some of PMS jobs are too extremely, it's for more experienced, let's say, second engineers or chief engineers. So it is also based on the experience level. As we know, yes, not all the engineers are similar experience or let's say have work in the same position for many, many years. And that's why you have to adopt also on the PMS basis your knowledge, okay? Asking questions. And it's good, yes, that you have a good contact with the superintendent. Probably you will have a superintendent which will be assigned for that specific vessel. And this is your person of contact that you are able, let's say, to ask questions, work together to resolve problems and other things. Also, very important thing, don't forget for your likes. This is very, very important and crucial step for the channel in order to develop. So what I'm trying right now, these days and also these weeks, these months, is to get the traction again for the channel. I know that I have left it for a while. It's, I didn't have also a lot of motivation to making videos. I had a lot of material, but I didn't have, let's say, the motivation to make the videos. The material is there. It is a lot. It is tremendously a lot. I have gained also new experiences through the shipping and maritime in different positions, different disciplines. And what it makes really great that when you build different experiences in different disciplines, also different experiences from the view of dealing with something that you have never done before, that is the amazing part because you know that you do not know that thing and you have to search about it, you have to learn about it. What is that thing? For what reason is that? So you have to questioning always yourself, and this is the best way to learn fast, quickly, and develop also. Then you will take that part and you will develop it further. So one great thing also about is that recently one of my previous colleagues from my previous organization, she write me in LinkedIn asking me some question. And in the interesting thing is that she said at the end of, let's say, discussion that whatever I told to her, it's very knowledgeable how to resolve things, how you're viewing things. Because the more you know, the more you have, let's say, experience on something, you know different ways of how to look on a certain, let's say, thing. So basically, you can have three different approaches, and you know already from from your experience what will be the end bioproduct of your selection, let's say, or your, let's say, choose which way or another way. So that was related with the crude, that was related with the crude calculation of bill of lading and all the things from the VF experience factor. So all the things, yes, are really, really important. I have worked extensively on that in the previous organization. So I was looking for the losses, where the crude losses are. And that's why also I have created this book for the crude oil washing, I believe it is one of the best books available on the market because it is real experience from the organization where we have discharged, let's say, 300 vessels per year. So you never get such much experience, and the point is that you exactly extract what is required, because the crude oil, if you take the crude oil, it's really like, let's say, you're making, let's say, brain surgery. It's so vast, it's so huge. Whatever you take, it's not the crude oil, it's whatever you take. It goes really, really into the details. Even if you take this phone or a photographic machine, if you will search and you start to look how much detail is there, can become, let's say, crazy for sure. But the point is not knowing everything. It is not required to know everything, because simply the information is huge and you cannot handle that information. You cannot, also sometimes you cannot adopt to that level of information. It's really huge, and then it becomes unpractical. Even if you know that, let's say, information, how you will use that information in the direction that is required. This is the thing. So you have to know the exact information that is required in order to be able to apply it in the real world. Let's say repair something. And that's why you have eliminate the wasting time of thinking, and that continuous cycle of overthinking. But actually, you're taking your knowledge and you're applying it on the field. Okay, how I will tie the bolt? What is required to tie that thing, or another one? So that is the basic things. But you have to start, yes, working, questioning, and seeing your results on the field. And this is how you stepwise build yes, slowly you build your experience and you became better, but not knowing everything for sure. Let's reach today our goal, let's say 10 likes from all, let's say, the participants that are here. But I really like when people reach me for some questions, let's say from the LinkedIn, for some advice. Yes, that is really, really fascinating. And the most fascinating thing is that one of my subscribers here, he find me my job that I'm currently working now. This is really, really interesting. So we have met also with my subscriber. We have met with him. We have discussed with him things, and yes, that is a really, really interesting thing that happens. So basically, what unite us, as I understand, it is the same passion of doing things, let's say, this way. Okay, this way of how we look on the things, understanding of the let's say the shipping and maritime in overall. You have not say to be the best, but you have to be the person who understands actually and feel the pulse, let's say, of what you're doing. Because the shipping and maritime, it's not just a single, let's say, section of owners and, let's say, seafarers. It is much more vast. It has much more categories, let's say, chapters, directions that you are able to take. So also that was one part that we have heard in our academy, and also while increase our certifications, always the teacher said us that you are not limited to that. And I truly believe that this kind of discipline, the seafaring discipline, is one of the most capable to adopt anywhere and in any kind of environments, both in office, both in any kind, let's say, of factories or operations or whatsoever. But you have the most important thing, that you have to find the proper timing when you will jump from one part, let's say, of the job, or let's say position. So you are on the proper timing. Excuse me. So PMS, back again to PMS. I will give you my, let's say, also description for the PMS, that when I first step on a tanker and view the PMS, I said, to myself, no, it's not possible to do that. It's a lot of jobs, a lot of things to do, let's say daily and monthly and all that things. But then if you start and you have a discipline and you feel, let's say, your vessel, okay, you say, okay, we have changed the filters, the boil filter, for example, previous month, and we observe that the pressure is still good. So we will not repeat the job again just because the PMS says, okay, you have the authority to override the PMS. But the most important thing is that you will write there in the PMS that the pressure found satisfactory, it is in the safe range, let's say, for the next operations that are coming. So you will not go on at the port and your low blood pressure it's on the limit, close to alarm. Okay, we said that at that point when the job came, we are, let's say, completed the task checking the pressure of the filters we find satisfactory. And what we will say more, we didn't replace the filters. We didn't replace the filters. So for the office also, the superintendent job is to review that job. He said, okay, they didn't replace the filters at that, let's say, a specific time. So basically, the oil is clean, the filters are working fine, the operations are fine. Probably they changed the generator also to another genset to work. So the reviewing also it's important from the superintendency, because when the proper reviewing are done, you are able to understand, okay, how the machinery performed. Did it change, let's say, filters frequently, or did they change, let's say, once a time? So what is the difference of that? What is the reason of that change? So you have to question all the things about that. It's simple things, simple things. Even filter can be really, really tricky. Even the filters, yes. Excuse me. I will open the door a little bit. So yes, even the filters, yes, even the filters you have to question about. Yes, because what happened? I will show you one story, one interesting thing, one fact. The filters was not original, was OM filters. And what happened? The diesel generator was hunting while working, let's say, on the idle, no hunting, nothing, everything stable. But when the engineers set additional, let's say, compressors or load to the generator frequency start hunting. So that was related with the clogging of the filters, but most probably it was related with the quality of the filters. I'm thinking that these kind of filters created some kind of bubbles or something, so that the injection was failing, and with that injection, the generator was not able to properly take the load from the consumers. So you have to give the proper attention, the spare parts, whatever they send you, whatever you see in the PMS. And you can also, from the PMS jobs, you can ask also directives as well and send directives to the office in order to resolve them. Because maybe the job description is wrong, maybe the drawings that they have attached, if you have such, let's say, PMS system, it is full of errors. You have to get that things as a feedback. So the superintendency will see that and will rectify. Because if the job description says one thing, it can be also that thing. But the job description, yes, it has an error and it is not described properly. So all the things you have to have in mind. Take care about the job descriptions, what they're saying, the description. Is it correct? Is it for that equipment? Is it for that, let's say, part of the engine? Do the drawing, let's say, it's representative and it reflects what actually you see or not? So all the things, yes, take in your consideration. Don't take the information as it is. Always analyze it, always question it. Why? For what reason? How? This will give you really, excuse me, great progress, and you will make less mistakes. It is better to be, let's say, a little bit, let's say, not that fast, let's say, in lean mode, so you will not take actions directly. And as our bull eye trading says, that at the beginning, yes, what you have to take care, it is not to be fast. It is not required directly to take actions and resolve the things. So you can have a observation, let's say, period. Check things, looking at things, observe pressures, looking the temperatures, discuss with people. And I believe the most important thing is to build the trust within the team, because yes, when you're young also, the trust is little bit less as a, let's say, a person which is already, let's say, fourth or five contract or sixth contract as second engineer. So take care, yes, about that. It's a lot of things, office things, that the things are plain, but it's not just straightforward. And that's why there is a huge gap between the office, between the shipping and maritime, let's say, teams. Not all of them are seafarers, and this is a really important thing. They do not understand what is the long nights. They do not understand how to resolve problems. They have never resolved that problems. So that's why I believe the seafarers that are actually, let's say, doing the job, making the operation, the maintenance, are the most capable people that you can ever meet in from all the industries across, let's say, the globe, because it's one of the most difficult, uh, let's say, jobs. So you can see here I have a manual of a engine here with me. You can see the instruction manual and the spare part list, and you can see how thick is just one manual. So it is just a manual for spare part list. It is not of the operating manual. So another manual is here. It can be operational, it can be maintenance, just for managing. Okay. So in a tanker, you have 150 different equipment, 150 different equipment, and you have only 7 person, which most of them are not officers, are ordinary, let's say, oilers, wipers, apprentice engineer. Okay, it is a junior officer, but most of the officers that you will have is chief engineer, second engineer, electrician, so third engineers. You are also limited, yes, with the person that you have. And looking to the PMS system, it is, from my view, it is really overloaded. But do not take it as a grant. Take it as a guidance, as I always say. Take it as a guidance and start looking at it. Okay, this thing helped me to make it more structured and show me what I have to follow and what things are pending and are coming. Check the history, make it like plug and play. Check the job. You can say, okay, this job I will not do this time because based on the history, everything, the measurements are fine, it is clean, we do not observe any deviations, let's say, from the working operations, and the parameters are intact. You can skip that job for one and a specific reason. But it's better to give a clear description and clear evidence of photos, of images, so the next crew will know what you have done. So yes, that is it from the PMS. We can ask me also questions if you, let's say, are willing. Some of the questions, yes, the questions always are better because they guide also the flow. The questions are things that I've always said. Whatever question is it, there is not bad question. The question always comes from somewhere. It comes from not knowing some things. Yes, it can be also, and then you need also guidance on that. And also you can question and you can fill that question with additional information that you will find, let's say, with the person that you are discussing. So basically, he will fill that gap of not knowing something with something additional with his experience or her experience, and then you will have a much broad overview. So that's why when you have some troubles, ask also, let's say, for opinions. Okay, what is your opinion on that? Have you experienced that thing, let's say, in your career, or have you seen that? How we will resolve it? So how, who, and why it must be, let's say, excuse me, part of engineering. Please, as much as possible, like the video so it will reach more, let's say, engineers across the globe. And my goal now, let's say, not for this year, but let's say for the next year to reach, let's say, 50,000 subscribers. 50,000 subscribers, yes, will be a really great goal. I don't think that is too much, that thing, but I think it is doable to reach that goal. And I really like when we are doing things for the community that actually working, that they are see the actual and the real face of the shipping and maritime. And the most important thing for me, it is how you will develop from your work. Okay, would you like, let's say, to stay on board, or would you like, let's say, progress in different kind of directions? There's a lot of possibilities, a lot of availabilities, a lot of directions, a lot of possibilities for everybody, for everybody. Yes. And as I always see, and as I always saw, that there is no competitiveness between, let's say, the colleagues on that. The only thing that I see that we have to create teams that are consistent on the performance, and we can trust. This is the most important thing, and that is the most difficult thing. Yes, that the industry are struggling such, because you can have a person which is doing the maintenance, but then comes another person and not doing anything. Okay, so that is a really difficult thing for a company to build and long lasting the PMS, because just applying the PMS or all that stuff, it's not working that way. Even you have it there, it's not working. It needs a continuous effort. It needs a continuous overview from both sides, from office, from engineers as well. So it's huge amount of effort, I can say, in order to keep that thing in good condition, working greatly, and also for the owner, it's huge advantage to have such a crew, because then he can sell and resell his asset in much higher value than even he bought it nowadays. So there is a lot of opportunities, and I think that a lot of things has to be discussed internally in the companies in order to see the direction where they like to move, what they have to improve, because this gives a transparency, a better understanding of how the companies are operating and what is the goals, and this creates also growth. But I think the only reason why they do not share, because simply they do not like someone to grow. Okay, this is the only reason that they do not share that kind of information. Because with this information, yes, you are able to become, let's say, dangerous. You can create your own companies. You can make another things. So they think about competitiveness. I'm thinking completely different. I'm thinking about abundance. I'm thinking about that everyone has its opportunity, and opportunities are available for everyone. Because the only thing that you have, it is your mind and how you use this mind in order to create that opportunities. That is all. So, my dear friends, I wish you great voyages, safe seas, and also great decisions in whatever you are doing, whatever is it, whatever direction you will take, and stay safe. Thank you very much, and see you on another video. Bye bye.